Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast.
Let's dig into your emails and comments and questions that are rolling in from Instagram, Facebook, our YouTube channel, and at murphysamandjodi.com. This is an email from Steven. Our Christmas tradition is doing food and grocery deliveries as Santa and Elf. I feel like we heard from him last year. My son is special needs, and his therapist gave him an elf name, Mary Tinsel Pants.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, I'd love that for an elf name.
What a special tradition for you and your son, but also how special for any family who is lucky enough to, you're the one showing up with the order.
Yeah, that's really
they will
sweet,
never forget it. Never.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a little girl, this probably won't surprise you guys. I don't know if I ever told you this, Murphy, but my grandfather was a pastor, and I was very involved in the church. And so when we were kids, we would sing in the church choir. And the church choir, we would go caroling at Christmas time. And it was a little odd. We would practice all the Christmas songs, and then we would knock on people's doors and sing to them a song or two. And it was, weird and awkward, but sweet.
Yeah.
Some people were like, oh, okay, I opened the door for this. And then some people were just, oh, thank you.
Have you ever had carolers show up at your house?
No.
Yeah.
That is a very old-time thing.
We did, yeah. I think that's probably a tradition that's just kind of, maybe it still happens in some places.
It was probably a church group.
Yeah.
The neighborhood that I live in, years ago, they don't do it anymore, but when all the kids were younger, we'd get in, somebody would pull a big wagon full of hay and would ride around the neighborhood singing. Stop in front of a house and just sing from the street.
That's old-time stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool, too. It's rare now. It's rare. Okay, Alan sent this. This is kind of like a keep the wow or kind of like a grateful. For the first time since being an adult, we are going into the holidays debt-free. House, land, cars, and all credit cards paid off. It is such a blessing and freeing feeling.
Yeah.
Congrats,
That's
Alan.
huge.
Some people go through their entire adult life knowing that feeling. It's just a reality. You're not wrong if you don't ever get there, but it's and if it's not something you're taught, you learn it the hard way. High interest rate, hard way.
Yeah.
You do. Hilda sent this in. Hi, Murphy, Sam, and Jodi. Regarding upcoming shows. See, this is everything. I love your show. And is there any word on House of the Dragon next season? When is it coming out, or is it not coming back? What's the holdup? All I know, Hilda, is that, I'm not watching the show after the first season.
I know, I'm surprised, honestly. As big of a throny as you are.
Not the
It didn't have the same oomph as Game of Thrones.
It does not have the same. I think season 2 just landed, right? And everybody who's watching it binged it, and you're waiting for the rest. Every episode is like filming a major motion picture, so it takes time in all these exotic locations around the world. It's going to take time. Chances are it will be renewed, but I have not heard, I've not dug in and seen where HBO has renewed it for season 3.
Plus, their focus right now is on the Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms, right, which is a prequel, and it's coming to HBO next year.
I guess you have to be really careful of those edits. Was it Game of Thrones or was it Boardwalk Empire where there was a missed edit and there was a Starbucks cup in the background?
That was Game of Thrones.
Was that Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Daenerys Targaryen was to blame for that, I believe, too.
Is it really?
She was.
She had a tea.
When they were all sitting around the table.
Yeah, and it was just sitting on the table in the not the throne room at Winterfell.
Yeah.
And she was honest about this on one of the shows. She said, we were on such a busy, fast, tight production schedule. They had a lot to film in a short amount of time, and they were just going back and forth, and nobody else caught it either.
Remember they had that on Downton Abbey that one time?
Yes.
Somebody left a water bottle on the mantle?
On the mantle.
Yeah.
Before there were water bottles in production in the world. I know.
I got an email for you, Jodi, from Terry.
Hi, Terry.
It says, hi, Jodi.
Hi.
I remember you telling the story of your beautiful cake plate that you purchased at an estate sale. You posted a pic of it, and I thought it was gorgeous. Well, I found one just like it at a thrift shop a few days ago.
Cool.
I'm thrilled. I love it so much, and I love listening to you three. Happy holidays.
Thank you for that, Terry. I'm glad you got one. I call it a cake platter, and that's what it actually is. It's so big and beautiful. It is what you would put a big wedding cake on.
Mm-hmm.
But I just have it on our dining table and use it for special occasions. You know, the last time I really used it was at the cheesecake party, the cheese party we threw, and I put 2 cheesecakes on it with all the fixins around. It's just really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a normal thing to have in your house, but I just liked it too.
What do you do with it the rest of the time?
It just sits there looking pretty.
Oh, okay.
And even if nothing is on it, it's gorgeous.
It's not the catch-all for keys and wallets.
No, it only comes out for special occasions.
Well, no, it's out all the time. It's sitting on the table on the Lazy Susan. It's there.
Oh, that's right. It is sitting there.
Yeah.
And
you
I
just
still
don't see it anymore,
right,
Murphy.
I'm used to it now. But
That's what marriage is like.
I still do think, though, that part of it, is that Jodi thinks that's a little Game of Thrones-like looking, too, with its little tapped.
I mean, I don't know. I hear what you mean. It's gorgeous, yes. Okay,
It
anyway.
looks medieval.
Mm-hmm.
But remember that we also get your text messages. You can text us at 877-310-4MSJ. And I don't have a name here, but this is a text talking about the Christmas movies and Christmas movie traditions.
Mm-hmm.
And her Christmas movie tradition is Prancer. She says it wasn't widely successful, but it's very precious, released in 1989.
Oh, yeah.
And
Sam Elliott.
I saw it, Sam Elliott, but I guess it's about some little girl who discovers
a reindeer.
She discovers a reindeer. It starts as a plastic reindeer, though.
But
in the
no,
yard.
No.
But they're right. Yeah.
It'll get you.
That sounds sweet, doesn't it?
That one will get you. And I mean, you had me at Sam Elliott. And I honestly, to be honest with you, I saw it a long time ago, and I saw it once, and I remember it being very touching and beautiful. So we thank you for that.
Yeah.
I wanted to read one comment from last night's Facebook Live where we did teacher gift ideas.
Yeah.
And this is from Candy. This is so cute. A couple things. The director of my school had us fill out a gift guide for when we picked our Secret Santa. My person got a pink T-shirt, a cardinal snow globe, and a bag of extra cheddar goldfish. It was stuff they wanted. So if you fill it out, you fill out stuff, and you get the kind of stuff you want. That's a good idea, and I know that there are certain people in workplaces that do that.
Yeah.
That's kind of the Elfster thing, right?
Yeah. This is so cute, too. To wrap this up, from Victoria about teacher gift ideas, because I shared some last night, 5 ideas really. If you want to go back and watch that, you can always watch the replay and then put yours there. Victoria sent this. I'm a Starbucks gift card girl. I finally had to tell my kids to please stop getting me coffee mugs because I have no room left at home or in the teacher's lounge. This is the part that's precious. Once a kid gave me a $10 bill and a card that said, $10 isn't much, but with it you can buy 5 packs of gum or 3 drinks at the machine or 1 really nice cup of coffee. Oh. And that was honestly one of the sweetest and most genuine gifts I've ever received.
Well, that's a cool way to give $10.
The personal note is everything.
With the idea.
Yeah,
Thank you for that,
sweet.
Victoria. We love having you along.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi podcast.